Afternoon, Floreana and Clara. It is so nice to see you guys and spend a bit of time with you now and just hear all about your trip to Zimbabwe. It was such a blessing to have you guys with us recently now in March. So just for the viewers that are going to be watching this, we've got Floreana and Clara joining us all the way from Turin in Italy. And they came out and spent 2 nights with us at Bomani and 2 nights with us at Nehimba in March in the green season. And it was, we discussed the itinerary prior to coming, and we really wanted the ladies to be able to see the south of Hwange and the north of Hwange and to be able to do that combination. So it was great that they managed to get out with us and do that. And we just want to hear all about your experiences now. So, for future travelers that are looking to come out. So over to you guys. How do you feel getting back after this lovely trip over to Africa? Do you feel relaxed and restored?
Hi, Hailey. Well, it's just regenerating, we have been living this last year and a half in Italy, just with this pandemic that just touched the country so much, and thinking about to travel outside the country seems something impossible, and then what we realized is that it's just everything is in order, and they did so much to welcome people, and all protocols were just very, very strictly, and more than here, and it was just for us a way of going out of this tragic period when we think, okay, it's not possible to travel, and then we realize that it's possible. So we had that chance, and we feel so lucky to have experienced this in this moment. And how can I reply saying how we are now? We are just happy that we decided to do that, and we didn't listen people saying, no, it's dangerous, or what are you doing? It's just that we feel very proud that we gave a chance to Zimbabwe to show
how safe it is.
And yes, so I can only say that I can't wait to come back, and I wish to explain to people that are aware and wish to know how is the situation, that it's totally possible, it's safe, and I suggest to book and and start their journey, because it's possible, and what to expect, But we are very, very happy for that.
Yes, and I know it's something that you and I have actually discussed, was the fact that Zimbabwe's been so proactive in rolling out their vaccines, and everyone at the Imvelo camps have been vaccinated. And we talk about social distancing, but it's something that we were doing even before it became a word, because when you come out to Hwange National Park, where our properties are, the social distancing is already there. Small camps, you're far away from big cities and crowded, restaurants and things like that. So, I mean, a safari is really a wonderful holiday to consider, given, all the things that we now are facing with COVID, when people are looking to now, where do they go and what do they want to do? I'm so glad that you've come out and you've experienced Zimbabwe, and you can see for yourself, that it really does offer all these great things. And I think being in nature is, as you said, it's very rejuvenating and very restorative, which we all need after the very tough times we've been experiencing over the last year.
Yes, and then last year we have been in lockdown for a long time, and being in lockdown means that you stay in an apartment, so you cannot experience wildlife or open area, you know, and you cannot travel. So coming there, it was just a way of, you know, being out and starting again to experience nature. And concerning, as you were saying, the safety of Imvelo lodges is, I can tell you, like, okay, you eat and the table is up in an open area, and when you do game drive, you have an open vehicle, and then it's just that you arrive and you have been tested, and people are sanitized. They sanitize all of the time, and staff is wearing masks and sanitizing. And I can tell you that protocols to travel are more safe than being at home here, because if now I go out and I go and have an aperitif, all of the people is just close each other without mask. If I travel and I have to take a plane, Zimbabwe asks for a PCR COVID test that is not older than 48 hours. And once I arrive there and I've been tested, I just, I'm social distances with other people, and I'm in an open area. So it's just very safe.
That's, you know, it's so lovely to hear it from a first-hand experience, that you felt so safe, and that it is definitely the type of holiday that you can now speak to. You know, you're in the travel industry, and you can definitely say firsthand where are the safe places to travel to going forward. And interestingly, you know, with us all being in the travel industry, we definitely finding one of the things out of COVID is that there's this trend where people are looking to maybe spend a bit longer in one place and really immerse themselves in it and really feel relaxed, as opposed to jumping around to a lot of different countries. And we've always thought Hwange can deliver on that, because it is so diverse as you move around the park. And you managed to spend, you know, about a week or so in Hwange. So what are your thoughts on how you would propose different types of itineraries to your guests going forward? Can you see the value of now spending longer in one park and really, you know, not jumping around as much?
I agree with you. And so the request is increasing, and people is understanding with the help of us that work in the industry, and that we love that kind of destinations and experiences, that you have to go back to that place more times, to see in different times of the year. And you also have to spend more times in a single place, because when you just spend more time, you have chance to see more. And sometimes people just think differently. They just think, I can see more if I just stay few days in the park, few days in another park, few days in another park, so I can see different things and more things. But that is the mistakes, because if you stay in the same place more time, that's when you can just see more, because you have chance to focusing on different areas. You can cover different areas. You can just track more animals, because it was amazing. Just in Nehimba, in Nehimba, we had lions, lots of lions that were hide under some bushes, and it was just. And now in green season, it's the vegetation is thick, so it's not easy. And guides and Lucky were just hearing the smell of the buffalo and that was killed. And they were hearing the smell, and then we were just moving around, and we saw so many tracks. And what it was amazing was coming back many times just to find that lions with cubs and with that, because what is what you can do when you stay more days is that you can just relax and just go and look for things. While when you are just maybe few times in that place, of course, guides just wish to give you an idea of the area, and they have sort of rushing just to make you have an idea of the area in small time. While if you stay more, you can just see the behavior, see what is happening, what change maybe with arrivals of other species, or maybe you know, it's just a way of really understanding what is going on in the bush. While if you stay a few days, it's just that you just catch and then off you go. So what I know that at the beginning it's not easy, but yes, people should understand that staying more days just give you the times to relax, to experience the area, and also to enjoy the beauty of the lodge, of the tended camp, because they are such with that nice view, with like if we mention like Bomani is just this open flat area that you don't need to go on game drive. You just can sit there and just watch and enjoy the view. But if you stay just two nights, of course, is just that you don't have time to enjoy that, because you just have to do activity. And so I definitely agree with you that it's more important to stay more days. And due to COVID, since there's also all these rules, it might be also more interesting just to focus on one destination only, that avoid to move around with too many PCR COVID tests, too many rules, but just staying in one country to see that own destination, just one destination, and trying to experience more of what the country or the park has to offer.
So you went to Bomani and you went to Nehimba, 2 of our 4 camps. Can you give me like your one highlight from each of the camps? Like what was something that really stood out, you know, maybe from both of you, like one highlight from Bomani and one highlight from Nehimba?
Maybe the waterhole of Bomani.
Well, what I just loved of Bomani, and now it's in my heart, is what there is behind the story or of this camp. And it's as Clara said, it's a beautiful camp, and also the location in front of these plains is amazing.
Maybe because it was the season, so we saw a lot of waterhole with water lilies.
But apart from the camp and the location, what just liked me a lot is what there is behind of his history. And in Bomani, I just understood what is the motto of Imvelo, connecting people with nature. That there's a lot of motto, and sometimes it's just, you know, a sentence, but there we could really understand the importance of the local community interacting with Bomani and with Imvelo organizations, and how these 2 things runs together, and how it is important to involve local community in the growing of tourism in that area. And we have been traveling a lot. I've been traveling in Africa a lot also, and I've seen many camps, many national parks, many places, and all of them are just great, but what just was unique in Bomani was to go and visit the cobras and hearing from local guys saying that they are proud to be involved in that project, and that they are trying to work to protect that park, that animals, and also going and visit the schools and the clinic, and being guided to go and see that area in the local villages from the guy that comes from that village. And so game was great in Bomani because we were just so lucky that we saw a couple of lions, and they just came close to our vehicles, and we saw them in the morning, in the afternoon. We saw many elephants, and it was also baby elephants, and a lot of zebra and impalas and wildebeest, ostrich, a lot of birds. So people think that coming in green season just don't see animals. You can see animals also. But apart from a game that was such great, we just thought how important is that tourism is there, and how it's important for tourism that they have to go there and make just a sense of their journey, being part of this developing project for local communities and for the area. Because, you know, we always talk about doing something good for other people. We always talk about raising funds and money to make some achievement of a clinic, a school, helping for books and all of that. But people sometimes cannot just touch with their hands. If they do the donation, what happens? Or why they should fundraise something, or how they can help and see that their help is really change life to someone. But when you do when you go there in Bomani and you go and do your safaris, so you go there for your interest to do your holiday, but then you know that with your money, with your presence there, you are also part of the project. You also help to the project to go on and be helpful for other people. I think that is the real things that impressed us. When you started with the first question was, how do you feel coming back at home? And all of the time that you do a trip to Africa, and then you come back, you come with love, you know, because you have experienced such a beautiful place, and feeling and vibes is good. But then you doing this kind of experience, you also understand that you give back what you receive. You just give something back to local people. And I think that was the things that I loved more in Bomani. And of course, lions that we saw, we sent you maybe some pictures. And
yes, please do.
But yes, that project, I think that is something that Imvelo has to be very proud of, and it's a very good flagship for the country, because Zimbabwe needs to be known as such a beautiful country for its wildlife, people, because people is always friendly, always smiling, always happy, and also that the desire to improve in better, and that is what impressed me from Bomani. But I think that Clara can agree with me. We talk about that.
Thank you. We really appreciate that, and it is something that we as a whole Imvelo team are very passionate about, and it is why we do what we do, is to really have a true, authentic partnership with our communities. You know, Imvelo is known very much for the scale and the scope of the community and conservation projects we do, and we love to share that with our guests and get them involved in as much as they would like to experience that while they're with us. So I'm very glad that you experienced it, and it's something that you brought back with you, and it's close to your heart. Thank you.
What I liked a lot of Nehimba is even there, well, you choose very good location. Even Nehimba is just this tent that in front of the main area, and the settle of these tents just putting just right there. We were lucky also that that during the night after dinner, elephants came just there, just drinking in front of us near our dinner table, and it was just amazing. And also there we had just good sighting. We were so happy that ending of one game drive during late in the afternoon, it was already dark. We saw wild dog, and it was just very, very
yes.
wild dogs. We saw wild dogs, so it was nice.
Beautiful.
But even there, same as in Bomani, you know, with sighting, you never know. You can see, you can see, you cannot. It's just what nature wish to give you that time, you know.
Yes.
But what was nice to experience is that just management, local people, and the staff is just so friendly, so helpful, so willing to host guests, and that is something that just impress all of the time. It's not people that just want to do their job because they have to do their job, but just wish to do that because they love that job. So starting from the guides that just wishing to talk a lot, explaining and being proud of what he was doing, and the management couple and the ladies was doing
afternoon sweet,
just cooking there, and also waiter, and all of the people working there. Is just a remote area, and they were just happy to see us. And
I'm so glad you came in the green season. It's, you know, we call it the secret season, and I'm glad you experienced it. For us, for me, it's my favorite time. You know, I find the animals are healthy, and it's lush, and it's beautiful landscape to photograph. And I feel like you felt the same thing. You really enjoyed being in nature when it was at its liveliest.
Yes. As you were saying before, being in two different camps just give you chance to see two different areas, and it seems you are not in the same park. So the vegetation is totally different. Like in Nehimba, you have one kind of vegetation. In the southern part, when you are in Bomani, you just see just more open area, and so being two different areas just give people an idea to be in two different places, and that gave also a one more reason to do more camps in the same park. And so it's just something that I would suggest to do that. And doing this suggestion, I would also add the one of if someone can do that, to go back to same park in two different times of the year.
Yes.
As what you can see in the dry season is totally different of the green season. And as we experience the green season is just amazing, and people cannot understand how beautiful the landscape and the nature is in green season. Is everything is green, and trees have leaves and flowers and lilies. Water lilies are everywhere, and you can just see them just opening during the day, and then you have a lot of butterfly. I was impressed of butterflies and birds everywhere, and also game, because just not to think that it's green season, I cannot see animals. Yes, you can see animals, and we just saw a lot of animals, and but the context, the area is just all in life, and everything is just flourishing, and it's something such beautiful that is something that I would totally suggest.
So to finish off, I would just love to know if you could describe your trip in one sentence to inspire others to come to Zimbabwe. What would you say?
In una sola frase.
Well, I talk too much. I cannot say that. I'm not able to say in one single word.
Zimbabwe is one complete destination.
Yeah,
we don't know all Zimbabwe.
Yes.
We hope to see other part next time.
Yes, as she said, it's a very beautiful destination, and
a new one for us.
And
for Italian market, it's a new destination they have to discover.
Wonderful.
As you said, it's a hidden gem. It's a hidden gem, and just known, not much known. So not crowded, and people is very welcome, and there's a lot of wildlife. So it's just as all the how do we say, all the cows too. It's just ready for tourism.
And
I think
Italian market, the food is very good.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you know, we're grateful you came and that you showed people travel is possible, and that it really does fill your cup, and that you guys have come back feeling love and feeling good. You know, these are all great feelings after, again, a very difficult time that we've all been through and are still living through. But, you know, I know our industry is resilient, and we're not going to give up. We ourselves as Imvelo are doing everything we can to sustain the park and look after the people until such time that our guests feel it is safe to travel. But we're open and we're ready, and we can't wait to have more guests down with us. So I just want to say thank you to you both for hopping on a plane and coming and spending some time with us and seeing our little piece of paradise that we've got down in Hwange. And I really hope that we get to see you again, maybe in the dry season again in a couple of months. Hopefully you caught the Zimbabwe bug, travel
Why
bug,
not?
and we'll get to see you guys soon.
Now I found the sentence that you were asking before. It's a paradise on earth.
There you go. There you go. I love it.
To stay in the height, to see many elephants.
100%. Yeah, it's definitely the greatest elephant show on the planet. So anyone that's got a love for elephants, it's a great destination. So again, I just want to say thank you so much, Floreana. Thank you so much, Clara, for your time, and you know, for being bold and coming out and seeing us. And we can't wait to have a lot more of your wonderful Italian people come and join us in Zimbabwe. So I'm going to say thank you again, and thank you for just sharing your experience with us today. It is it's very, very appreciated. Cheers.
Thank you.